Even if you don't think of yourself as a professional workshop facilitator, chances are at some point you'll need to facilitate collaborative group work to achieve a goal. One common type of workshop discussion that people might find themselves facilitating more or less by accident is structured reflection on a past process or event. The goal is to learn from past experience so you can improve future performance. Structured opportunities to reflect on and learn from experience are how we do better next time. But those opportunities tend to be too infrequent to support effective practice improvement. Rapid reflection and feedback on actions taken and outcomes achieved can help teams to harness the benefits of every experience, even a bad one, rather than being doomed to repeat it. We use a simple exercise we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. It acknowledges the complex authorizing environment of publicly funded organizations. It's also efficient, action-oriented, and designed to focus attention on the things we can influence to drive better results. Even if whatever you're reflecting on was a total disaster, focusing on what we can do better next time improves confidence and mood, as well as performance. The exercise is easy to understand. Just get a group of people together to explore what happened under 3 headings: good, bad, and ugly. Ideally, you'll do a good, bad, and ugly as soon as possible after the event. It can be a very quick exercise, perhaps as little as 15 minutes if the group is small and the event is fairly contained, like a tricky encounter with a stakeholder or applying a new internal process. You could also use good, bad, and ugly as the framework for a much larger event, with many more participants reflecting on a more complex shared experience. Start by brainstorming what to list under the good heading. These will be the things that worked well and contributed positively to the outcome. Focus on how actions from the team contributed or enabled the good, like circulating a short background paper in advance, contributing to efficient discussion of the issues in an important meeting. There's usually considerable agreement about what went well and the implications for future work. If something went well, don't assume it was dumb luck, or that it will be just as smooth next time. Try to work out why it worked well, and how you will replicate and enhance those positive actions for next time. Even after a setback, identifying any actions that are worth repeating can help motivate teams to regroup. Making a list of nice things can be a little morale booster for the team, but identifying concrete practice implications of those nice things helps restore their sense of control. It also defines a performance benchmark to reflect against next time. Next, brainstorm things under the bad heading. These will be the things that didn't go so well, but could clearly have been improved if the team had done something differently. The bad are the things that we should have been able to control or at least influence. We just didn't do a great job on that this time. Start with what went wrong, but move the group quickly towards why it went wrong, and what they will do differently next time to get a better result. Encourage participants to be as concrete as possible and to make the insights memorable. I find that giving bad things and their causes memorable, even funny names, can help people to recognize similar situations in the future and remember strategies to prevent or mitigate them. If something went wrong, don't assume it was inevitable, or that it will happen again every time. Focus on what the team will do differently next time to move things from the bad column into the good column. Then there's the ugly. Participants generally feel that they have some degree of control over the good and the bad categories. The ugly is a list of things that didn't go well, but that the team feels it couldn't have reasonably foreseen or avoided. The ugly often feels like just bad luck, or the world letting us down. Perhaps a critical stakeholder just happened to be in a particularly grumpy mood, or a few key people were distracted dealing with a freak weather event. Unforeseen acts of God, or at least mischievous elves, do happen. But, having happened once, the possibility of future ugliness becomes foreseeable. Once we know an ugly exists, we can act differently next time to move things from the ugly, uncontrollable column to being under control, which creates more opportunities for more good results. The ugly list often starts out long. Many of us instinctively look for someone else to blame when something goes wrong. But as the group works through actions it could take to avoid or reduce ugly results next time, that list starts to shrink. There is often considerable debate about whether a particular outcome is bad or ugly. But once you have a plausible strategy to mitigate an ugly, it should move from the ugly column to the bad column. It's no longer something we couldn't have avoided, just something we didn't avoid this time, but will do better next time. You can use a good, bad, and ugly workshop format anytime the goal is to facilitate learning from past experience, to help teams avoid repeating the same actions over and over, being disappointed by the results, and feeling powerless to improve outcomes. Brainstorm the good things that worked well and what we will do again next time, the bad things that didn't work well and what we will do differently next time, and the ugly things we couldn't have reasonably foreseen and prepared for this time, but can now see and think about differently the next time. This type of workshop is a simple but powerful tool to help teams quickly reflect, regroup, and refocus so that every experience, good, bad, or ugly, makes the team stronger. Thank you for watching.